Hi guys, it's Guy Quad. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do transmission times. It's kind of an important part for QR and PR2. Probably not as much for PR2, but definitely for QR2 and eventually, hopefully, semifinals, both teams make it. So make sure to pay attention and ask me if you have any questions, obviously, afterwards. So the first thing we're going to do, I already read the scenario, so I know that we need to take access to the islands from this camera. As you can see, I've done this before. Actually, this is like my probably like fifth or sixth take, I think, because the audio wasn't working that well, and I literally just had to redo it over and over and over again. So hopefully this should be like the fastest one yet. But I'll just stop talking and get to it. So you're just gonna take reports, access. You're just gonna save this as a CSV, and we're gonna call this practice uplink um, PR2. Or actually, we'll call it practice uplink penguin, since it's a penguin scenario. Um, Now we're going to do the same thing, but for the satellite downlinking to the NSF, which is the other research facility that they have. So it's going to be practice downlink penguin. Okay, so now that we have both of those created, we actually don't really need SDK anymore. I'm still going to leave it open, obviously, but yeah. So those are like the ones that I was doing before. So I'll save them, but um, we're gonna be working in this book, and I've just taken a couple random camera pieces, like a camera transmitter and a data storage device, and they have like different downlink speeds and a different storage capacity. So that doesn't really matter right now. Right now, I'm just gonna take the practice uplink from the penguin. Since it's an uplink, I'm gonna call everything U, and everything here is going to have to be changed to this oh, my computer, I don't know if you can hear that, it's like going crazy right now. I'm going to change it to this custom one where it's like month, day, month, year, whatever. um, the important part is that it's like this, so you have to have it like this. Now I'm going to copy paste this whole block into my Excel book. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the downlink one. So I'm going to open the downlink one, change this to D for downlink, change all that, change this from custom to my custom. Well, not my custom, but this is how you're supposed to do it. How you're supposed to do it, custom. Then I'm going to take the copy paste of that, paste it into my book right there. Great. Now I'm going to create a filter for this, so I can, well, no, I can do it. I'm gonna create a filter for this, and I'm gonna sort everything by start time, and I'm gonna sort it from oldest to newest. That way, it'll be like in chronological order, so it'll be like an uplink, and then a downlink, and then, whatever else, but it'll just be in order, so that I can do what I need to do. So now I'm gonna do my new start times. So the new start times, the formula, let me, the piece of, okay. Alright, I have a notebook, so we'll just write it down. So the new start formula is gonna be if your current item, so actually let's just write it down. So if your current one is an, whoops, if your current one is a downlink, and if your previous one it was an uplink, then you're going to take the maximum value of your previous stop time and your current start time. Okay? So what that's saying is, if this is an downlink, and the one before that was an uplink, then you're going to take the maximum between these two. And that'll basically decide, okay, I'm going to disregard whatever the downlink is and just pick, well, not disregard, but I'm going to make it choose between like the earliest starting of those two basically. And then if not, then I'm just gonna take whatever the current start time is, and then if it's an uplink and then an uplink, so if this one is false, then it'll just be the current start time again. Okay, that one's pretty easy. The new stop time is also gonna be like the same. Excuse me. Kind of the same. The current one is a downlink, and if the next one is a uplink, so if you're, alright, I had to take a moment there because I was just not feeling it. Anyways, um, if your current one is a downlink and then your next one is an uplink, then instead of taking the maximum like we did with the start times, we're gonna take the minimum of your current stop time, so your current stop time and your next start time. And then you can probably guess what we're gonna do after that. It'll just be, if not that, then it'll just be the stop time again. And if not that, then it'll be just the current stop time again. So now I'm gonna change both of these to the custom down down to this one like normal, and just drag this down. Oh, one more down. Actually, can I just double click it? Oh yeah, okay. I'll just double click it and it'll go up as well, and boom. So has anything changed? Maybe not. It looks like these are always like not overlapping, so maybe this is unnecessary. But in the event that it does overlap, then you will need to know. And then also you have uplinks merging on each other and downlinks merging on each other, so actually this is fine. So next we're going to go into our new duration, which is basically just the new stop times minus the new stop times minus the new start times, but that's in days. So to get from days to hours, we need to multiply by 24, and then we want to get into minutes because our uplink speed and downlink speed are in minutes. So to get from hours to minutes, you have to multiply by 60. So we'll multiply by 60. So that looks good. Yeah, okay. So now for our gigabytes, it's actually easy. If this, forgot the if this is an uplink, then we're just going to multiply this by whatever our uplink speed is. So in this case, it's 200 gigabytes per minute. So this is in gigabytes, this is in minutes, and we'll multiply that by gigabytes to get how many gigabytes total we're getting. And this has to be a dollar sign because we don't want it to like keep moving down and multiplying our duration in minutes by like UD, and because that's not like a real thing. And then if it's not an uplink, then we're just going to multiply it by the downlink, because if it's not an uplink, then it has to be a downlink. It's either an uplink or a downlink. So that'll be multiplied by our downlink speed, and that is also a $sign. Okay, looks good. So now our rolling gigabytes, this is probably the most annoying one. So if our current, I'm gonna start low. If our current one is a uplink, then we have to, so if our current one is an uplink, then we need to ask if our previous one, we have to ask if our what the heck? Let's ask if our previous one is also an uplink. Also an uplink. And then we need to decide, okay, so if those two are true, then we're going to take the minimum between our gigabytes plus our rolling gigabytes, or the storage capacity. Alright? Yeah, that makes sense. So you're going to take the minimum between your gigabytes and your rolling gigabytes. So if they're both uplinks, what's happening is you're uplinking something, you're like taking pictures of it, it's going around, and you have to take pictures of it again. So it's like taking a bucket and you fill it once, and then you don't have any place to dump it, but you decide, okay, I can carry more water, so I'm just going to take more water from like this thing and fill my bucket more, and then when I get the chance, I'll downlink it or I'll dump the water somewhere else. But if, let's say, every time you scoop water, you scoop 500 liters of water in your bucket, but your bucket can only hold 800 liters. So if you take 500 twice, you'll be at 1,000, but your bucket can't handle 1,000. It can only handle 800 liters. So that's what the storage capacity is. It's your maximum limit. So it'll be taking the minimum between your um, two water like things combined, or the maximum storage capacity you have. If not, oh boy, if not, and this also has to be $signed. If not, then you're just gonna take the minimum between your gigabytes and your storage capacity, because you're not gonna have. Okay, so if this one is an uplink and this one is an uplink, then this is what you do if there is another uplink. But if there's not another uplink and it's a downlink, then you're not going to have any rolling gigabytes because you've already downlinked. So you'd have 0 gigabytes in your storage before coming around again. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, if this is true, but it's well, let's say, okay, so this is one condition, and then if this condition is not true, and then, so that makes this a downlink. So if it's a downlink and then an uplink, so if the previous one is an uplink, then you're just going to take the minimum between your gigabytes and your previous rolling gigabytes. And if it's a downlink and then another downlink, well, you're not going to have any water, so it'll just be 0. Bam. Yeah, I'll just accept the correction. Okay. So that looks good. Yeah, okay. So it looks like, let me just, okay, so uplink, downlink, and 2 downlinks, 3 downlinks, so it's 0. And then we take another uplink, another uplink, another uplink, and we're still not at our storage capacity yet, which is 4,500, so we're at 4,200. Okay. Okay. So right now I'm just checking if there's any numbers over 4,500 because that would obviously mean that our formula didn't work, and it doesn't look like it. Like the formula is working. So I think that's it. Um, oh, actually no. So downlink data is like the final part, but it's actually really easy because we've already done all the hard parts. So basically, if this is a downlink, then you're just gonna take whatever this is, and if not, it'll just be 0. That's pretty much it. Because if this is a downlink, then we need to know how much data gets downlinked to our storage facility or our like place that's. Remember, this scenario is about penguins. So if we want to take those penguin pictures and transmit them somewhere else, it only works as if it's a downlink. Because if you downlink it, then the pictures will go somewhere. But if it ends in an uplink, then we're just gonna have all those pictures on the satellite and they're never gonna get transmitted. It's not like a Bluetooth thing where it's like everything is stored in the cloud and you can just like I don't know, airdrop it to yourself. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, that makes sense because this is an uplink. So this one should also be a 0. This one should be a 0. This one should be a 0. So yes, this actually looks very, very good. So it looks like there are a bunch. So if there's a 0 here, it should be 0, obviously. And then if this is 0, then they should all be uplinks. And then if this is 0, that's not a 0, so that's good. And then these should all be uplinks. These should all be uplinks. Yes. Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. So it looks like the formula works. Um, then if you want to know how much total data you have, you just take the sum from here to there. And that would be your total data downlinked. Move this. Okay. Alright. So that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys understood what was happening here and can apply this properly. So make sure you practice this. And if you're practicing, send me a spreadsheet. It can work in Google Sheets, in Excel. Either is fine. I would say that Excel is easier for the uh, like the CSV stuff and also for Power Queries. So try to use Excel if you can. Google Sheets is just it's just more complicated. It does make formulas easier, like it's kinder to you. I don't know if you noticed how many like missing parenthesis errors I had, and it just wasn't helping me very much. Um, so Google Sheets is definitely better for that, but Excel I think is better overall, and it's just more professional. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. This is the end of the video. Hopefully you learned something. Uh, yes.